Okie dokie artichoke. Goal Run Fight Solo Titan Solar Build Season 17? 17. None of my mods are seasonal mods except for Glaive of Dreams. It's all really basic shit. I got Flame Harvesting for the sake of, making some solar worlds. Armor's all standard high rolled items, mainly going for high discipline, high resilience. Everything else is just as good as you can have it. The Lowly Splendor, we're doing a solo build. We're garbage. We just want to stay alive, and Galran's a bitch of a fight that takes ages. My personal choice of weapons, I'm running Whispering Slab because I personally love my Whispering Slab, but any good workhorse primary will do well here. Scouts, hand cannons, whatever the fuck you want, doesn't matter. A glaive, just for the sake of having it. I barely use mine, just got to have it on. And Galahorn because, it's quite good on Galrun. Now, my strategy is I start at the far end and I shoot the bell at the opposing end so that when I go through, I'm where these guys will spawn. Hammers, pretty much. Other side. Okay, we've got these guys here. This is all standard. Because we're running it solo, it's good to snag that. We've still got plenty of time. If we get both standards, we should be right. I got up to the what I would describe as north end because I believe this is where we'll find the other standard bearer. Hi ho silver, I'm on the fucking money. Yep. Everything dies easily. It's the obvious Titan solar build. I'll get back to the regular phase and show that quickly, but it's standard. Now, Charleston Warbeast will dunk only one first. I'm going to dunk Warbeast first because I prefer to come through the top side when I'm dealing damage. So I do the opposite. We'll dunk Chalice first because I want to come through the top while I'm dealing damage. I find it's a lot easier to kill the guys, the Bellkeepers, because they have less space to roam to. So it's better, so you're easier time to optimize what damage you can do. Stop this in the ground. Yeah. Now we go through and shade some behind me. As soon as you have the buff, which is a Nightmare Table Essence, you'll be killing these one shot with a Roaring Flames ×3 hammer. Unless, unfucking you miss. So I guess Glaive is useful there, for just some special ammo to quickly kill something. I always try and keep my back towards the arena when killing the Bellkeepers, because typically with Lawley, Splendor, High Resilience, as a Titan you're not going to die. You just don't need to worry about death, because it won't fucking happen. But environmental things like these little fuckers blowing up will kill you, and it'll be annoying as shit. So the strategy I use is just minimize the exposure. If I have my back to them and they boot me, well fuck, I'm off the edge, have to waste the super to get back to it. And that's a pain in the ass. All this said, Galrun's probably the hardest fight in this dungeon, especially solo. Keitel is annoying, but you don't need to really worry about dying to the mechanics for the most part. You'll also be dying to other bullshit like, oh, for some fucking reason, the backpacks on the ground are blowing up, and I'm dying to that, which happens a lot for me. Yeah, I'm not going to actually show my subclass setup because it doesn't matter. Where the fuck are you? I'm just greedy for damage. So a strategy I'm trying out for this one is hammers. Yeah, which I expected would just kill them all. Cool. Goron is vulnerable. That's already garbage. I use a rocket here over Slither Simulant or Trace Rifles, mainly because I find it works better. If you've done the Pit of Heresy solo, I think that's a good boss to kind of get you ready for this one. And that's enough, no point to get greedy. So, each damage phase will take so fucking long because this is such a safe, steady way to run it. Like, I probably could have done a bit better if I was killing the things faster. I probably could have opened my super closer to the end so that, like, definitely that run just then was fine. Could have been better, but it wasn't bad enough to be an issue. Like, at this point, just run it back. Do the same shit. If you feel like using your super for boss damage, do it. But if it's not Roaring Flames times 3, you're wasting your fucking time. Just, in general, your super won't deal enough damage. I've heard that the best super for boss damage on a Titan, especially Solar, is the Maul. Not what I prefer to use personally, but hammers, just maintain my range. Well, I guess boss damage is a different point entirely. Fuck these Scions. When working out which room the Scions are in, your best bet's just use the radar, so it's near the bottom rooms. Outstanding, doesn't matter, we'll get up top and kill both with plenty of time. I've heard there's strategies in which you can... Oh, look at that heavy ammo. Heard there's strategies in which you can only pick up one of the standards, and a second standard bearer will spawn, meaning once you kill all the shades, you can kill that one, which will mean you can boost your time. Shit, don't know if that works. No. He teleported. Here's the upside. I'm gonna have my super back by the time I'm done here. Like, these kills right now, they're nothing but fucking extra. They don't matter. Reload both of these. Yeah, I'm gonna just go for this one. Yeah, I'm not going to talk much more the rest of this. Goron's a pain in the ass, but isn't necessarily difficult. It's just patience. So much patience is needed, because you cannot do this much faster. Yeah, so I really question if it is really any faster to use a super for that part. I was testing out a concept, really. Like, that shit, that's why I use Gjallarhorn. Like, that wasn't a perfect time to get through the door. I'm coming back at 30 seconds, if my boss damage was really only been about 25 to 26 seconds, broadly speaking, you know. Numbers aren't fucking real. Who the hell knows what math is? Surely. Oh, I have Roaring Flames? Fuck. Oh, that's a pain. Juzz. Yeah, like, I don't have a guide that fucking hunters or warlocks, because I don't play those. I don't care. But I suppose for you guys, class restoration's kind of fucking bomb. Okay. Garon is vulnerable. Rocket at the ready. Door opens. See, this time, not at all bad for boss damage. Have all those guys. The Roaring Flames times 3 is easy. And it's like, yeah, that's not bad. He's ducked away, so a little bit better damage, but yeah. So the glaive exists solely to maintain that buff for a little bit longer, just so you can get more damage out of your rockets, which, really considering how my rockets deal more damage to my super, it probably should do... no, it's hard to say if it was better to do... It was Roaring Flames times 3 for all of those hammer hits, so they weren't really bad at all. Yeah, I'll still go down to this end before I shoot it, just so I'm closer to where the Valkyries will spawn, just to save time. I think your biggest concern these guys is getting like fucking Death by Architect into the wall. Which, to be fair, is always a fucking problem. Restoration. Yeah, so both signs are up north now. Like this will probably be 5 or 6 runs to get through to kill the boss. This won't be my flawless run, mainly because I fucked up on the Dragon Puzzle earlier. I was trying to get the catalyst parts for Heart Shadow. But, you know, this is super safe. This is, yeah, there's runs, like there's builds that you can deal, you know, 150k damage with your hammers and just completely fucking rinse. But, I don't know, more moving parts. This is just as simple as it can be, which I personally think makes it better. Like, simplicity, unless you need complexity, is kind of always better. Fucking sword logic made over bomb logic. Complexity is sometimes better, but typically simplicity wins out. And that kind of blast, if you were on the edge of this thing, you'd die to that. Yeah, 33 there. So put a rocket on them, that would have been a good base to deal damage on. Slam this down. We ain't got time to fucking waste. Fuck, they are just not spawning, are they? Let's make sure my buff is plenty of time and beautiful. That was so fucking scuffed. Scuffed as fuck. Oh, that was a bit hairy. Shooting it 3 times because I was a bit panicky there, but yeah. Damage is fucking lit. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, so I do sometimes destroy those just because for the Kaido fight, you're pretty much trained to destroy those just because of how fucking risky they become. This is still my first run at this one because it's not very hard. Like, it's actually not even a bad idea to use a fusion rifle on these guys because if they get dissolved entirely, no booster pack to blow up in your face and kill you. And sometimes it's 1, sometimes it's 2. Fucking no consistent. Oh, and right here, isn't that beautiful? Fuck. Yeah, so that's one I want destroyed purely for the sake of Garon will go there. He will do ground slam-esque attacks. And it will get fucking terrible if it blows off my face and kills me. Like, dying to combat challenge is one thing, you can always try and play better. But dying to fucking dumb environmental shit is just like pain in the ass. Axe and War Beast, I'm ready, perfect, I've got him. Yeah, that was Architects. I'm a dumbass. Oh, that probably destroyed the Incinerator pack. Not bad damage.